How's it going, everybody? This is Chemical. I'm back with more Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. In the previous episode, we continued our way through the Fire Temple. We beat a bunch. We got a bunch more keys. We actually got a lot done. It's funny, the mini-boss, which is the Flare Dancer, is really late into this temple. And we get so many keys compared to the other temples as well. This is like, it's just because the Gorons, like, they just use it as an obstacle. You have to find them all. You actually do have to find them all as well, even though you don't have to talk to them, which is funny. You can just steal their keys. But either way, let's continue through here. We used a bomb just like in the puzzle from earlier. And we can continue on this way. Now we have a switch here, and if you look up there, you will see... Dude, you will not see my bomb. You will see that there is... something in that big circle of fire. So if I didn't actually mean to step on the pillar, the switch then, but I did, like a kook, like a fool. All right, but we can go ahead and walk up this very narrow pillar. I really hope I don't fall down the side of this thing. It's not too hard to actually make that. Honestly, it is really simple. You could probably do it on your first attempt, even playing through the game, frankly. It's harder than it looks. But here we go, we have the Megaton Hammer, the legendary hammer. Press C to smash and break junk. It's so heavy you need to use two hands to swing it. It's
so big and heavy.
It's so thick. Alright, so we can come down this way. We can just avoid running down that pathway again, which is much safer. And we can do an S. Okay, I was going to try and do like a big, swing in midair. But we can actually just knock down this platform like that. And knock this aside, like so. As you can see, I know all the hammer moves. Make our way through here. And kill the keys. Murder the keys. The keys are the worst enemies. Okay, I can't believe I actually hit that thing with a jump attack. I'm surprised it didn't just, like, kill me. Okay, if we hit this, or it didn't, like, knock me back in midair as they always do, because I never timed those jump attacks right. But this will reveal the stairs down here for us. I think we actually do need one of these, okay, we actually do. I was hoping we'd get, like, hearts or something out of that, because I'm kind of low on hearts. We do have, yeah, we have a milk. We also have a big Poe and bugs. I'll just eat the bugs, man. Just eat the bugs for health, Link, for sustenance. Alright, so we go ahead and drop a crate on this. Hopefully the keys doesn't burn it up or anything. That would be super annoying. Okay, yes, thank you. Thank you muchly. I appreciate that. I appreciate you. We can get a look at the room we're about to drop into. I didn't really get a very good look at it like that, but we'll just go ahead and drop through anyway. We gotta go. There's only one way you can go regardless. And this takes us back to this room here. Dude, do you mind just like spawn camping me like that? You joke. Oh, dude. Okay, we don't want to jump on that. We actually can ride it all the way down. But I should have actually stood on it so that we didn't go down too quickly. Because that kind of is neat, like watching that, riding down all the way. But anyway, that kind of sucks. Oh man, anyway. We can go ahead and jump over to the other side. And this is another function of the Megaton Hammer. We can hit these rusted-in switches. We can release the Gorons, the purple-eyed, cute Gorons. Are you releasing me? Am I free? Yes, you all say this. You all say the same thing. I'm not trying to be racist, but you do. A door is hidden inside this, and you all look the same inside the statue at the entrance to this temple. But the Goron's special crop won't work on it. Don't you have anything stronger? What do you mean stronger than the special crop? Are you proposing there's some sort of hammer-like weapon that is capable of producing more power than an explosive? Sorry, than the special crop? Anyway, we get another small key out of that. I believe that's our second last Goron that we have to save. And let's go back up here. I should have honestly saved this, like I said. But we can go ahead and do that. We'll do this properly now. We can fall through and straight onto the pillar here. And as you can see, this is, as Navi pointed out before, the room with the Darunia went through. That he didn't just leave unlocked for us. The dumbass had to go ahead and lock it. So now we have to go and find a boss key. We could be in there saving him right now. And yet he's having us run all over the place because he's too stupid to leave it unlocked for the hero of time. For God's sake. Anyway, let's just move on here. Annoying ass keys. We can go ahead and knock all these away, and we have a little like cutscene as well for this. I wonder if I can just kill both of you. Okay, I killed one. I'm satisfied with murdering at least one of you things. Let's go ahead and move on. And we have a bunch of enemies in this room. And speedrunners can do this so quickly. Like ZFG, whenever I watch him play this, sometimes I've seen him fail in this heaps, like as a meme. You know, but that's like really uncommon. Speedrunners will go through this room like absolute beasts and just finish it in like a couple seconds flat. Just like they'll use the bow, and they'll use bombs, and they'll use perfect spin attacks, and they'll like lure the enemies right into the center of the room so you can hit them all at once. It's perfect. It's amazing. It just all syncs up. But anyway, we kill that. We get to continue on here. I don't believe there's anything else in this room. There isn't anything indicated by the mini-map. Anyway, here we go. We have our final gold skulltula for this dungeon. Come on. Stop doing that. Okay, it is actually, as you can see, you can't really hit the sides of these things that are trying to like suck you off. You actually have to hit them from the right angle. You have to hit them like from the right angle. You have to hit them in their fleshy body, not their hard mouths or whatever. Okay, let's get this gold skulltula number 54, I believe. I hope. Yes, it is 54. And as you can see, I forgot to point this out in the forest temple, but if you get all the gold skulltulas in a temple or dungeon, then it'll appear as this like symbol on the map here. So just something that is nice to let you know whenever you've completed getting all the gold skulltulas. I said that in the weirdest way possible. It also has like a thing on the main menu for you as well, like the big mini map. But I won't bother with that just yet. Let's go ahead and use the Goron hammer on this thing, just because, you know, we just got it. So why not use it? It seems really satisfying using a hammer to like destroy this and just crush this thing. Except it's so slow, it's impossible to hit it. Dude, what the? It just ran straight past me. This thing eventually does like jump back in as well, so it does jump back into the fire. I wonder why it's why it's letting me hit me so many times. Oh, dude, I could have hit it more then. Oh well. Now I'm not sure exactly what damage the Megaton hammer will do in relation to the Master Sword. I believe it does do. It might actually do the same damage as the Master Sword. I'm not sure. I'll put it up. But if you think of the Master Sword's damage as like a numerical value, then you just picture the Megaton hammer being like if the Master Sword's like a 4 or something, the Kikiri Sword's like a 2. I'll like try and put up the relevant information so you guys can see what damage everything is. But I believe the Megaton hammer does slightly higher damage. Okay, it's actually taking more than the usual amount of hits to kill this thing. These also like change color as well when they're preparing to jump at you, which is pretty cool. When you're doing damage to them. I do like these enemies a lot. They're aesthetically pretty cool. Like just a fire. This looks like the inspiration for a flame Atronach in the Elder Scrolls games. Although I think that might have actually come first. Now that I think about it, if it was in like Arena and Daggerfall, which were out before Ocarina of Time, I believe. At least Arena is, I'm sure. Anyway, let's go ahead and get this. I believe is this just a key or a heart or something? No, it's bombs. Useless bombs, because I already have heaps. I believe I have all the upgrades as well. Now, this is the only time when the compass really comes in helpful. Like, you can see when you can't actually tell, like, which door is which, because the room just looks identical either way. And it lets you know which door you walked out of. But anyway, this Goron has something very, very special for us. It has the boss key in his beautiful, ornate blue and yellow chest, or blue and gold, depending on your opinion. But we have the boss key. And let's see what this guy says. Our last Goron. Am I free to go? You certainly are. Please help, big brother. I can't believe that I skipped that. I'm so mad. I'll put up the text for what he says anyway, but God, I can't believe I did that. Anyway, it's time for us to finish up this dungeon. We actually made pretty decent progress on this. As you can see, I did know what I was doing pretty well, and still this dungeon took me like almost an hour to do. I'm at the 50-minute mark now. Actually, I'm at the 48-minute mark. I'm not at 50 minutes quite yet. But I will be by like the point after this fight. This fight will probably take me like the 54-minute mark. Anyway, why am I talking about that? Let's continue on. This is epic. Okay, this is epic. We're going to go fight the dragon with our massive legendary hammer. And Darunia is nowhere to be seen. subterranean lava dragon, Volvagia. Or Volvagia, I don't know exactly. But he's breathing fire at us. He is an intimidating fellow. Now, in the actual Ocarina of Time manga, I don't want to spoil too much for you guys, so this is a huge spoiler for that. You've been given fair warning. In the Ocarina of Time manga, Volvagia is actually Link's pet that he raises up. He finds him, and then and raises him up. You know, this little innocent, unassuming dragon, and then Ganondorf turns it evil, and Link has to kill it. And I'm not sure if it's considered canon to the actual video games, but I thought it was interesting bringing it up. And if you haven't read the Ocarina of Time manga, let's see what Navi says here. It's the boss of the Fire Temple, revived by the evil king. I don't know its weak point. I don't know. It could be its tiny head that I could smash open with this huge hammer. As I was saying, yeah, I just thought it was interesting to bring up. And if you haven't read the Ocarina of Time manga, it is really well done, and it is really interesting if you've played the games, or at least this game. I think there's a manga for each game. But yeah, it just expands on the story a lot and the characters a lot. I think it's really cool. But anyway, let's continue on here. What we have to do is just hit Volvagia. I like to just hit him with with the old A attack, the Z and A, the classic move, the jump slash or the jump swing with the hammer, I guess. And as you can see, every time that you hit him, he's going to jump out and then fly around. And then he'll also start dropping rocks on you at some point. And what I like to do to avoid this is if you actually just get on the side here, I believe none of the rocks can hit you at all. And at the very least, I've never been hit during this. So I think it's really unlikely. I think maybe these rocks can crack on the side and then hit you like that, yes. But yeah, I didn't think they were... I think it's pretty unlikely that that'll happen, especially if you move around. Okay, once you get to a certain point, Volvagia is going to start like teleporting around. So let's go ahead and hit him. Thankfully, he didn't really do much there. There is our third hit. We're doing good. We are making cracking progress. Not a pun on smashing his face apart as well. He gets up yet again. I'm just going to stand around. And actually, I am going to go ahead and drink my milk in the middle of this fight. My 7-year-old rotten, disgusting fermented milk. It's probably full of probiotics. I'm going to go ahead and drink that. It's time that I finally finish this, man. I can finally use this for like a fairy or something. Finally, there we go. Now I don't feel bad about dying. I was getting low there and I don't have a fairy or anything. I do have a Poe, which I don't think we can actually even drink the big Poes, so it's not even worth mentioning. Come on, you. Dude, do you mind cooking me alive like that? It's not cool. That's not cool or funny. Okay, he's diving back in. Pull out the hammer. I'm ready. It's got 9 holes. We've got them all. Not all on camera, actually. Okay, here we go, here we go. He can actually whip you like that as well when he's coming out of the hole with his hair, so you don't want to stand too close. And there we go. Our final hit. 4 jump attacks with the Megaton hammer. He is toast. He's toasted toast. He's cooked bread. We get the triumphant music and his shriveled up head. Imagine if that thing's our friend. And its like mouth is still moving as well. You can see it there. Oh, man. Either way, we transform our old friend into a heart container. And we get our maximum life energy increased by 1 heart. 13 hearts. We're getting there. We're getting there. And I'm going to go ahead and end that video. Actually, you know what? You know what? We got time. We got time for this. As if you would have guessed any differently, Darunia is the Sage of Fire. Thank you, brother. I really appreciate what you did. I thank you on behalf of the entire Goron race. You turned out to be a real man, just as I thought you would. By the way, I, the wild Darunia, turned out to be the great Sage of Fire. Isn't that funny, brother? Well, this must be what they call destiny. Nothing has made me happier than helping you seal the evil here. Hey, brother, take this. This is a medallion that contains the power of the fire spirits, and my friendship. We receive the Fire Medallion. Darunia awakens as a sage and adds his power to ours. Don't forget, now you and I are true brothers. I won't, brother. And we get teleported out to Death Mountain Crater. No cutscene awaits us out on Death Mountain, unfortunately. And that is going to do it, guys. That is the Fire Temple all taken care of. So thank you very, very much for watching. The next couple episodes are probably going to be a little slow. We're just going to be doing some side questy stuff. We're going to be getting a bunch of Skulltulas and a couple of heart pieces. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time. Peace out.